afternoon, I'm Rhythm Sharma.
And I'm Agnidev Bhattacharya.
And you're watching Citycast Bengaluru.
Welcome to the second edition of Citycast. Our first story today looks into the poor conditions the Rohingyas are facing at the Dasarahalli refugee camp. Reporter Rhythm Sharma talks to them and highlights their challenges.
The Rohingyas, an ethnic group of Myanmar, fled after 1982 as they were denied citizenship, taking refuge in India and other countries. These refugees live without any health and sanitation facilities. 63 families use a single toilet, leading them to suffer from infections. UNHCR, who is responsible for Rohingyas, tells us that they have plans to install e-toilets in the upcoming months. Experts say government does not provide any aid as it has not signed refugee convention.
लड़का हो या लड़की एक ही टॉयलेट है ये बोलते हैं थोड़ी टाइम पे देंगे बोल के नहीं देते.
This makes women to go and defecate in open areas, which has led to 3 sexual assault cases. In addition to toilets, women's safety is a major cause of concern.
Today the government, the ideology may not match the ideology of the community that or the religion that these Rohingyas represent. So on that ground, you cannot just butcher these people.
Rohingyas continue to struggle to get basic human rights. Any aid from UNHCR or the government does not seem in sight. Rhythm Sharma, Citycast, Bangalore.
People find it difficult to buy property in Bengaluru due to rising prices. Our reporter Surbhi Sada explains the reason behind this.
Builders say the real estate cost has risen by 30% in the past 2 years. In the first quarter of 2022, the city saw a drop of approximately 85% in sales from that of 2019. Therefore, there is a price rise of minimum 1,000 to 1,500 rupees per square feet. It majorly affects low-income groups who now find it difficult to afford flats in Bengaluru.
It's been like 4 months around. There is a drastic change between the first month when I was checking for a small residential plot for my family. In city, it's not reasonable at all.
The builders have stated the increase in construction costs as one of the major reasons.
The costs that go into it, whether it is raw material or labor, both have taken a huge uptick in prices. If you want to take example, steel, which is public to everyone, is almost doubled in cost to what 3-4 years ago it was.
From 2019, the steel prices have gone up by almost 120%. Experts believe that the future of the industry will continue to be affected by the cost of raw materials.
If anyone is looking at property as an investment avenue, I think this might not be the right.
The builders, however, claim that they have been translating only 10 to 15% of the total increase in cost to the customers. At the same time, they have been improving their operational efficiency to cut down on costs. Surbhi Sada, Citycast, Bengaluru.
Traffic rule violators will now be penalized digitally with the newly announced red light violation detection system. Reporter Saurabh Kumar explains us how.
Bengaluru Traffic Police is planning to install a red light violation detection system at 60 major intersections across the city. The system automates the finding of those violating traffic signal rules. Since 2019, such cameras are already working at 10 junctions on a trial basis. In 2021, cases registered through contactless medium, which include RLVD, stood at around 7.8 lakhs. The cases saw a jump of almost 50% since 2019.
So I was going towards Hebbal from Yelahanka. As soon as I went there, the red signal came and I received a message. The challan was granted from my bike.
Police say that earlier the new RLVD systems were scheduled to be installed in August, but due to certain technical difficulties, it will be installed by the end of this year. Costing around 18 crores, this system aims to efficiently monitor and curb traffic violations. According to B.S. Srinivas, ACP Traffic, RLVD system will help in detecting zebra crossing violations, improper helmets, and can even check on seatbelt violations. Experts suggest technology should be increasingly used by the authorities as mitigation measures.
So the technology should not involve or evolve as if only sectoral based. It should evolve as a cross-sectoral base.
Experts believe apart from using new technologies, traffic lanes need to be clear and standardized to help smooth flow of vehicles. Saurav Kumar, Citycast, Bangalore.
Right after the break, we will look at the declining bird diversity in Lal Bagh Garden. Till then, stay with us.
Welcome back. You're watching Citycast. Several bird species have declined in Lal Bagh Garden. Our reporter Paridhi Jain, why this is happening?
According to ornithologists, 11 bird species in Lal Bagh like pied kingfisher, coppersmith barbet and tailor bird are hardly spotted. Reason, they say, is because Lal Bagh has become an isolated green patch surrounded by buildings.
We used to see a lot of ducks in the lake. We used to see a lot of waders. Those waders and ducks are no longer to be found.
Reduction in the shrub cover in Lal Bagh over a couple of years has resulted in drop of hedge-dwelling birds like warblers. According to ornithologists, changes have been observed in the lake with clearing of vegetation and stone pitching.
Since it is a botanical garden, we need to give much more importance for the botanical aspects, like introducing new species, especially plant species. That is the main motto.
According to experts, birds get disturbed as lot more people are visiting the park.
Actually, the change has happened in the lower levels, where like shorebirds in the lake or the garden birds. It's the subzone and the ground feeders which have got affected the most.
According to experts, in Lal Bagh, some patches have to be kept wild and covered with shrubs and trees. Such system will be beneficial for birds and other biodiversity. Paridhi Jain, Citycast, Bengaluru.
Many BMTC buses lack fire extinguishers despite government regularities. Our reporter Ishan Rathi looks further into the issue.
The absence of fire extinguishers in BMTC buses is a serious threat to the safety of commuters. In February 2019, 2 people lost their lives when a BMTC bus missing a fire extinguisher caught fire. In April 2022, the BMTC bus had a fire extinguisher which ensured speedy containment of a fire scenario. In a survey of 75 BMTC buses, 27% of buses were missing fire extinguishers. According to the Karnataka Motor Vehicle Act, every public service vehicle must have one or more fire extinguishers.
Travel by a BMTC bus and I didn't see any fire extinguisher.
ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲೂ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ
According to National Fire Protection Association, every 12 months the fire extinguishers should be serviced. Also, the conductors and drivers should be given training for the same.
ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ಗಳು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಆದರೂ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ಗಳಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಆಗೋದು.
Experts says that citizens should also be prepared for possible fatal accidents.
So at least people are also must be aware that if something happens, so how to use those fire equipments also.
Driver situational awareness can also make a big difference in the outcome of such incidents. Ishan Rathi, Citycast, Bangalore.
Helmetless driving continued to increase in the city despite traffic police monitoring. Our reporter Isha Singh tells us why.
Many shopkeepers are still selling non-ISI marked helmets, especially roadside vendors. People buy these helmets because they are cheap in price and also due to lack of awareness.
I have to wear ISI helmets to save my head. I don't know why they sell non-ISI helmets. It's against the law. It should not be done.
According to the laws made for road safety, ISI marked helmets have been made mandatory, but still it's not being implemented fully. Many are still selling and buying non-ISI helmets.
No, we are not taking any charges. We are using only for without helmet. Bangalore City Commissioner is telling to awareness first. You have to aware.
Besides using ISI helmets, it has also been seen that the number of helmetless riders is increasing every year. This year, the number of helmetless riders and pillion riders has gone up by 3.01% and 5.51%.
बाइक से राइडर जाता है ना, ISI हेलमेट नहीं पहना है, एक्सीडेंट हुआ तो स्पॉट आउट है. बहुत लोग जान जा रहा है.
According to the data shown by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, it is seen that in 2020, 30.1% of people died and 26% were injured due to helmetless driving. Isha Singh, Citycast, Bengaluru.
People are falling sick by consuming unhealthy food served at several Jayanagar restaurants. Citycast reporter Astha Khade finds out how.
Customers of restaurants in Jayanagar are worried about the safety and hygiene standards of food they are served.
Or paneer sandwich. I felt a bit uneasiness in my stomach when I went home.
Very unhygienic, but I didn't realize it that moment.
Food Safety and Standard Act mandates any business that is involved with food needs to be inspected once in 2 weeks.
फूड इंस्पेक्टर इधर कोई 2 महीना 3 महीना का बाद आता है, लेत करके और ऑनर से मिलके कुछ बात करके जाता है.
According to the Food Safety Commissioner, any business involved with food article which contains inappropriate matter will be liable to penalty which may extend to 5 lakh rupees. In some cases, licenses are being cancelled and the food business operator may face imprisonment.
It's handled in a bad way that people tend to fall sick. It can start from a simple vomiting, nausea, or loose stools, that is diarrhea, and it can go up all the way into some severe infection.
The 2021 Karnataka Food Safety Authority approved 195 licenses.
FSSAI has been created for regulating science-based standards for any article of food for human consumption. Asta Khade, Citycast, Bangalore.
For more such stories, check out our website citycast.in. Till then, subscribe and keep watching Citycast.
This is Agni Dev.
And this is Rhythm Sharma signing off.